Yes, I've been working. Gosh. Okay, all frivolity aside, today, let's see, it's the 23rd of June. Today is and was an historic day. A very, very, very powerful and very special day. And I will be able to share it with all of you no later than July 5th. So that's just, not too long from now, July 5th. This was a powerful day. I know some people he keeps talking about stuff that he says he can't talk. I'm telling you, by July 5th, you're going to hear some very, very heartwarming and powerful news. So there's that. The other thing is, yes, we've been working. Decided to take the weekend off. This Father's Day was Father's Day weekend and all of that. Something came up on Monday. I'll share more about that tomorrow at 8 o'clock when we resume our normal live streaming schedule. And so there's that. But speaking of tomorrow, I am very honored, excited, and proud to welcome, for the first time ever, Brother John Elving to the program. I've wanted to extend an invitation for quite a while, kind of was, looking for the, special moment or just the right time. Brother John Elving is a 2005 graduate of Rhema Bible College, Rhema, Mexico. We are going to be talking about this ongoing situation that involves Jackson Lawmeyer, Craig Hagin, Kenneth Hagen Jr., and Rhema. It is sad for John, it's sad for me, but the story has got to be told, and we're going to give you some more information tomorrow, and very excited about that. So please join us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern. He will be joining us live from Mexico City, and he can tell us more about that tomorrow. And just to demonstrate that we haven't been just laying around, what I'm going to do in this brief video, which I'm hastily putting together, is I'm going to play you the clip from 2 days ago on Sunday when Kenneth Hagen Jr. readdressed the situation regarding the firing of his son. It's 4 minutes in total. My goal is to play about 2 minutes, say what I'm going to say, and then play the other 2 minutes. It's not going to be put together with the best timing or anything. But I will just say this. This 4-minute announcement is replete with problems and contradictions. There's so many glaring things that scream at you that if we really covered it, we could probably spend an hour talking about those 4 minutes. I'm not going to do that in this brief video, but I'm going to play this video for you now, insert a comment, and then I want to once again say, please join us tomorrow night at 8 o'clock with our very special guest, Brother John Elving. We're very excited. Okay, let's go into this clip right now.
Happy Father's Day, everybody. To our Rhema family, we want to speak to you personally. We want to do this with the same honesty and directness that has always characterized this ministry. Since our announcement 2 weeks ago of Craig's termination from the ministry, questions have been raised about what we knew, when we knew, and why we acted when we did. We want to address those questions as directly and as truthfully as we are able to. When we returned from our overseas travel early this month, we were presented with documented evidence of conduct on Craig's part that was wholly inconsistent with the standards we hold for those in ministry leadership and with the values of this organization and with the son and the leader we believed him to be. As we shared with you 2 Sundays ago, we reviewed that information fully and we acted immediately. Craig's employment, leadership roles, and association with Rhema Bible Church and all affiliated Rhema entities were terminated effective June 3rd, 2026. What we saw was both shocking and devastating, not only as leaders of this ministry, but as parents. We want to be honest with you about something more. This was not the first time that serious questions about Craig's personal conduct have been raised. Craig and Mia came to us privately with issues. We counseled them and were assured by Craig that the issues were resolved. However, continued concerns came to us in the context of difficulties with Craig and Mia were experiencing in their marriage. We heard those concerns. We took them seriously. We went to Craig directly and asked him whether those things were true. He denied them. We believed our son, and we now know that in doing so, we were deceived by him. The documented evidence received and reviewed upon our return from our international trip was evidenced in these received a few weeks earlier during our absence. This evidence made it clear that Craig had been living a life we did not see. It was conduct we could not reconcile with the son and the leader we believed him to be. Frankly, conduct we could not imagine he was capable of. He hid this from us.
There are so many things that could be said about this announcement, this structured PR statement, all of that. We're going to get to a lot of those as tomorrow night comes and other nights come. But I will just settle in on one thing. And I guess I'm still trying to prove that we haven't just been laying around. We've been working. But when Kenneth Hagen Jr. is like being very honest with us that concerns had come up before, and there's two things that I notice. All of a sudden, he's tacking Mia's name in there as though he's trying to like spread out the blame, confuse the issue. Nobody has confused Mia of any of the stuff, confused Mia as being, nobody's made those kind of allegations about her. She's the victim in all this. So I find that very, very distasteful when the issue is Craig Hagin. Now, the thing, though, that just screams at you is he's basically saying, we asked Craig about this, and he said, no, Dad, I didn't. And we believed him. Wrong. In a moment, I'm going to play a clip from Pastor Ray's live stream about 2 Saturdays ago. And he has on guest Pastor Samuel Genus that just explains this perfectly. If it looks like sin, investigate. If it looks weird and you're not sure if it's sin, investigate. If there's rumors, investigate. And guess what, Kenneth Hagen Jr.? You, sir, are not and were not qualified to do any of that investigating. Why? Because you are unable to do so without bias. You turn this over. But see, this is supported by so much of the honor culture and so many things and doctrinal positions of Word of Faith. The very idea that these very serious allegations could come up about someone. See, Craig is Kenneth Hagin's son, but he was also a leader. He was also on staff. He was also on payroll. He's one of the big Hagins. That makes you, Kenneth Hagen Jr., it's not proper for you to assume that I'm impartial. I can still adjudicate this. I can still look into that. So it's not. This is not just something that stops with Kenneth Hagen Jr. or Rhema Bible College or Craig Hagin or Mr. Lohmeyer, whatever. All of this. No, it's the whole stinking corrupt system. Let's take a look at what Pastor Samuel Genus had to say, and then I will come back for a wrap-up remark, and I hope to see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.
Kind of brings me to my fourth question. When is it time to go ahead and confront a pastor? Because it's a lot of times we're playing like double dutch and you got the two and we don't know when to jump in. It's like, is it? No, when is it time? Because that's got to be a point.
Yeah, this is where I believe the church has so much power.
Come on.
When is it time to address them? When they've sinned.
Right.
Number two, When is it time to address them? When they've done something questionable.
Wow.
You may not know that it's sin, but it's still questionable.
Wow.
Right? And thirdly, when there's rumors.
Wow.
See, we tend to downplay these things. It's like, no, investigate it.
Yes, sir.
Investigate the concerns. Because it's these little foxes that destroy the vine.
Yes, sir.
It's a little concern here. It's a little concern there. It's a questionable behavior there, a questionable behavior here. And because the church has become so passive to these smaller things that may appear to be insignificant, but it was a red flag.
Yes, sir.
And if a person is sensitive to the Holy Spirit, it's like your check engine light comes on.
And so, y'all, there you have it. We're going to try to go in depth. This story is not going to go away. And this story, folks, there's a lot of significance to this story, unfortunately. Because what happened there at Rhema and what's playing out, it is not isolated to Rhema and what's playing out there. This is going to be addressed. And I would invite anybody that's taking a look at this, and it might involve you or where you are associated, don't run, don't hide, don't cover up. We got to make some changes, y'all. Hope to see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Join me and Brother John Elving, and we'll see you then. Thanks.